Hello everyone, welcome to the English tenses. As we know, English tenses is an important part of the language as they help us express when actions or events occur. There are three main tenses in English, and that is the present, past, and future. And today, we are going to delve into these tenses. So right now, we will first tackle the present simple tense. We know that this present simple is used for regular actions and general truth or facts, and even in habits and schedules. Also, its structure follows the subject plus base verb. And if the subject is he, she, or it, the base verb must have an S. Okay? So the example here is I ate breakfast at 8 a.m. So it is generally fact. And then the second example is she works at the hospital. We put an S in the base verb work because it uses the subject she. And one is the present continuous. As we know that present continuous is uses for actions that happening right now or around the present moment as we speak. Yeah. So its structure follows the subject. The first one is the subject plus am, is, and are. And also verb ing. So the example here is I am studying English right now. And the second example is I am discussing English tenses on camera and you are listening. And the third one is they are playing basketball or you are watching my video. So that is the present continuous. And the next one is the present perfect. So in this, present perfect is uses for action that happened at an unspecified time in the past and have relevance to the present. It is more likely focused on the experience. Okay? So the structure follows are the first one is the subject plus have or has plus past participle. So here is the example. I have been seeing that movie. Okay? The second example is she has finished her homework. Okay, the next present tense is the present perfect continuous. Okay, present perfect continuous is used for actions that started in the past and are still continuing or just have finished. So the structure follows is subject plus have or has plus been plus verb plus ing. Okay? So here is the example. I have been reading for an hour. Okay? So the subject here is the I and it follows have, been, and the verb ing reading. So that's it. So the second example here is they have been working since morning. Okay? So let's now go on to the past tenses. So we know that past tenses describe actions or situation that took place in the past. Okay, so let's all first start in the past simple. So past simple is used for actions completed in the past at a specific time. Okay, the past simple follow the structure of subject plus past tense of the verb. Here is the example. I visited Santander last year. And then the second example here, he studied hard for the exam, or I studied hard for the exam. That's it. The next is past continuous. Okay, past continuous is uses for actions that were happening at a specific moment in the past. Here is the structure follows. The first is subject plus was or were plus verb ing. Okay? Here is the examples. I was reading English tenses when the phone rang. The second one is they were playing badminton at 3 p.m. Okay, do we get what is past continuous? The past perfect is it uses for actions that were completed before another action in the past. Here is the structures. The structure is subject plus had plus past participle. So here are the examples. So I had finished my discussion before I went out. And the second example here is she had already left when I arrived. The next one in the past is past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous uses for actions that were ongoing in the past up until certain point in the past. So here is the structure. Subject plus had plus been plus verb ing. Okay? Here are the examples. I had been studying for an hour before the test. Another one example is they had been working on the project all day. So that's it. So that are the past tenses. So let's go on to the future. So future tenses describe action or situation that will happen in the future. So let's delve into the future tenses. So the first one is the future simple. Future simple uses for actions that will happen in the future or predictions. It follows the structure of subject plus will be plus base verb. Here are the examples. I will travel to Santander next month. The second example is it will rain tomorrow. Let's now go on to the future continuous. Future continuous what is used for actions that will be happening at a specific moment in the future. So here are the structure. Here is the structure. So subject plus will be plus verb ing. Okay, here is the examples. I will be studying at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Another one is they will play soccer at that time. And now let's go on to the future perfect. So future perfect is used for actions that will be completed before a certain point in the future. Here is the structure. Subject plus will plus have plus past participle. So here are the examples. I will have finished my work by 5 p.m. Another one is she will have left by the time you arrive. And now let's go on to the last future tense, and that is the future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous is used for actions that will be ongoing up until a specific point in the future. Here is the structure. The first is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb ing. So here are the examples. The first one is by next year, I will have been working at the company for 5 years. And the second example is they will have been studying for 2 hours by the time you join. And that is the future perfect continuous. So we have all tackled the English tenses. So let's have an overview. So in the present, we have present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. And in the past is past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. And the last one, tense, is the future. Future has future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. That's it, and this is Jasmine Igmasa.